Are you ready to see another video about things I got at York? Because this isn't one of them. I am back from the 2024 Spring York Show, and I had a ton of fun. But if you notice that the little pep in my step that I normally have in these videos is probably a little bit played down a bit, I'm still kind of exhausted from the trip. My voice is still recovering from talking to everybody there. It's all the good pain though. Like, my feet are tired, but it's not from doing, work. It's from walking all over the place with people, talking, chatting, browsing through all the halls and everything. So much fun. And these boxes aren't any of my haul. These are all just empties that of things that I already have, because I actually don't have any of the stuff that I got from York right now. Unlike most people, I had to fly, or rather, I could have driven, but it's a long hike from here. So I chose to fly, and those are getting shipped to me. And I think instead of doing another one of those unboxing York haul kind of videos, I'm just going to show you guys those things that we got as they become relevant to things that we're doing here on the secondhand overland. Instead, I want to talk with you guys about all the fun that I had at the show, just kind of as a way for me to reflect on what the heck it is I just did, and also as a way to also offload a bunch of video from my phone so I can just have it on the interwebs anytime I want to review it. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. So I'm just going to kind of bring you through the story of what happened day by day and show you some cool things that we saw and great people that we met. So yeah, let's get started. I started my journey to York on a plane on Thursday, and I didn't get there until Thursday afternoon. Now, because I'm flying in, there's no, York airport, or at least nothing big that you can fly into. So we flew into Baltimore, and I say we because I was joined there by my friend Larkin from Trains of Lark. And we decided neither of us have been to the show before. Neither of us know what we're doing. Both of us have to fly into the same airport. Let's share a rental and cut costs and kind of explore this thing together. So he and I made the drive up through Baltimore in rush hour. That was interesting. But once we got on the open road and things started to mellow out a bit, the beauty of Pennsylvania came through, and I could practically hear the K4s whistling off in the distance, if they were still around. But yeah, it was great driving into York. Beautiful town. Our hotel was pretty cool as well. Lots of historical goodies and everything. I loved it. It was really a nice place to stay. And we instantly started meeting up with folks also there for the show. Our good friend Dell Hudson's on Instagram. You may have noticed him on the 3 Rails 4 Dad show. Saw him right off the bat, and he had already hit the show, because by the time we got there, the kind of Thursday pre-show, whatever it is, he had made a killing, and he had a tower of stuff that he had already bought. He's like, everything I want is here. This never happens. I'm almost sad I don't have more to spend on all this stuff, because it just looked like it was going to be a knockout show. And it was awesome seeing the stuff that he'd got. We went to dinner with some more friends. Kisco Falls was there. Caleb Easter was there. We had a lot of fun at the Round the Clock Diner, eating and catching up and talking about stuff. And yeah, Friday, the big day. Friday's probably the largest day for York. So if you're going to go to any of them, probably go Friday, because it's everybody's there. All the halls are open. All the trains are out. It's game on. There's no more hiding inventory. There's no more, I guess we're starting to pack up. No, Friday is the meat and potatoes of the York train show. And holy cow, so much going on. Got to meet a ton of folks that I recognized from all their online content on Instagram and YouTube. It was great. They always say don't meet your heroes, but I think that's mostly just true of LeBron and your big superstar type people. They'll probably disappoint you, but we got to meet some fantastic people, and they were just as great on screen on YouTube and Instagram as they are in person. And that was really refreshing to see, really great to connect with them. They seemed to know who I was. It was great, trading stories with them and picking their brain on stuff. I can't list them all. I would be here all day, but a lot of Friday's craziness for me was just talking to and meeting folks like that. So I had a lot of fun doing that, but we were also on the hunt. And it was probably really the only kind of down thing for me about the show was I had hyped up in my head that I was going to find my white whale, that I was going to, go into one of the halls and see it there and get the deal and bring it home. And I couldn't find it. And that's okay, because it just means I have to go again, right? No, the hunt continues, but it was actually really kind of fun. It gave me a good reason to look through every single hall because I never found it. But I was talking a lot with Art from Art's Model Trains while we were going through there. Talking a lot with, we had a ton of folks that were there with us. Retro Mikado was there, and Jason's O-Gauge Trains, JD Stucks, RJ's Trains, Chris's Trains and Things. I mean, everybody. Maddie C, Jim G, Bill B, everything with an E. It was so great running into him. Got to run the Dackman, I think in the Silver Hall. The hits just kept on coming. So for me, watching all of their channels for the last year and getting to know them through that, and then just affirming, no, this isn't just, their on-screen presence. This is them. And it was really, really cool just getting to talk with them and being... it felt like they were just as excited to meet me as I was to meet them. So that was really special. That's probably a big takeaway for me from Friday was just connecting with all of those folks. But yeah, I kept going through the halls, and Art kept kind of cheering me on. Don't worry, Mike, we're going to find it. Maybe it's in the red hall. Maybe it's in the blue hall. Maybe it's in the turquoise hall. I don't think there is a turquoise hall. It's okay. The point is, we didn't find it, but found a bunch of other cool stuff. But I had kind of held off because I was waiting to find that white whale before I kind of put my, chips on something else. And that kind of gave me an opportunity to browse. And it also meant that things that I kind of thought I would want, I kind of knew where things were at. So day 2 on Saturday, I could potentially go back and get those if they were still around. Friday at lunch, I'm not sure if you guys saw any of this, but a certain spiky-haired guy stole Caleb Easter's awesome camera that's worth about as much as a Visualine Big Boy. And he's just running around with the camera, filming us eating lunch. It was really funny, and I was talking with him a bit there. It was great to finally meet him. And I knew he was going to be, or he said he was going to be at this thing after the show that I was going to. So I know all of those guys are busy, JD Stucks and RJ and Chris Trains and Things. All those guys are busy. They have people around them all the time, and they're there for the show too. They're there to find stuff. So I didn't want to bother them too much. I'm like, you know what? I'll just catch up with all of them Friday evening. And so Friday evening we went to Chris's Trains and Things. Oh my gosh! That was, for me, that was huge, because it's like that moment where you've seen all these video clips of things on his layout, and then you see it in the flesh, and it's like, wow. I'm not saying it looks bigger on camera, but it kind of does. It's a little bit deceptive. He's really good at getting the right angles, the right shots, making this layout look massive. Now, not to downplay, it is a big layout. It is gigantic, but when you're in it, when you're there in the flesh, well, it's almost like seeing a picture of a train on the internet and wow, look how zoomed in and detailed that is. And you see it in person, it does fit in your hand somehow. It's like, oh, this isn't, it's big, but it's not like G-scale. So it was really great seeing all that stuff. Seeing other people run their new trains on the layout was a ton of fun to be part of, to film, to just see people enjoying their brand new purchases right off the bat. My buddy Larkin got to run his K4. That was super cool. They had that Red Tail Tuskegee Airman design from Metka that was going around. I may or may not have snuck a Datafied sticker on the side there. Stu got a kick out of that. Stu from Metka, by the way. If you guys saw our live stream with him with 3 Rails, 4 Dads, then you already know he's quite a bit of fun. And he is, if anything, more fun in person. And it never stops. I don't know where that guy gets his energy. He just every time I saw him, He was, ear to ear grinning, talking with folks, engaging. It was fantastic to connect with him, and I'll get to more of that a little later. But yeah, running stuff at Chris's. Sid got an awesome new train that looks like the Duke and Duchess of Boxford are going to their summer home on the island of Sid. Looks like a spitting image of Spencer. We got some passenger cars with it too, but by then I had to, drive my other folks back to the hotel. But that was, again, a super awesome experience. Seeing folks there, seeing the layout, meeting folks.
There's Sid and Bill B. I'm using Caleb's camera.
Oh, nice.
And being a proper photographer.
Yes,
wow, this is
fancy.
just amazing.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Well,
I'm impressed.
that's all I have for now. This is not good. There's too many YouTube content creators in one spot at York.
It's all about the
What could possibly go wrong?
But I missed Chris, and I'm still really bummed about that, and not like I never have this opportunity again, because I am definitely going again. There's a saying at train shows, if you see something, buy it, because you may not see it again. And that's true of how I met Chris. When I saw him, I should have spoken with him more, but I wanted to give him his space, and I wanted to make sure, and I missed it. I get back from this trip, see my family, and my son's like, "Did you meet our friend Chris?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Great, show me the picture or the video or something," and I've got nothing. So it's fine, it'll all work out. I'll see him next time, because honestly, if I had spent any more time with anybody else, then I would have missed out on all the opportunities that I still had. I am not regretting a thing. It'll all be fine. So Saturday morning, I needed some painkillers. I felt like my feet were super sore. My cheekbones were killing me from all the smiling I'd done. My voice was very well shot. Still recovering from that. But we had even more great people to meet. Not only did I get a chance to hang out more with my friends with 3 Rails 4 Dads, with Art and Ray and Dell, but also got to meet Michael Simba. Allegheny Crossing was there. TDKC Trains came up from the Midwest, so I wasn't the only Central Time Zoner there. And got to spend more time with Adam, who had this awesome DD40X Centennial that my son is actually jealous of. Then I found some cool stuff, which you guys will see later. But it came in a shipping box that was bigger than the actual item itself. Perfect. I don't have the space to put this on in luggage. I can ship this, but instead of me trying to cram everything else into my luggage, I can just fill in the space with the rest of the stuff that I found. So all of that went in the shipper and will be here sometime this week. Really happy, at least for somebody like me that doesn't live close, that needed stuff to be shipped. FedEx had folks there to help ship stuff, and that was super helpful for, folks from out of town like me. And after the show, we took all our stuff and we went to the Lower Susquehanna Valley Modular Railroaders. I think I got that right. I don't know if I did. But yeah, super, super cool club. Great guys there. They were very accommodating, not only just like letting folks run trains and check things out and answering all of our questions, but they even showed me some cool stuff with their layout so I could do some cool filming stuff. They had like a Ring camera that I put my phone in. They had these plexiglass sections you could take out and put scenery in, so when you were shooting from another angle, you would get the scenery instead of the plexiglass and the wall and everything behind. It was all really well thought out and really cool, and they're even making a bigger, cooler one. I was already impressed with the layout as it was, so to think that they're making another bigger, cooler one is just incredible. So I can't wait to see their progress with that, and very thankful for their hospitality and just making it such a fun evening. That was really a great way to kind of come down off of the high from the train show. It was nice to relax. It was nice to just enjoy stuff, see people running their new trains. I got to chat with Sid from Sid Trains there quite a bit, and that was really great. Not only just to be able to connect with him, but also he's a bit of a right-of-way industries expert, and so I got to hear the true story on how that company kind of climbed and fell, and I got to talk with him about his right-of-way trains and how I'm looking for my bull moose, my white whale, and we got to see him run a couple of trains. We got to see him run the Yellow Belly that was RBP Chris's, and we also got to see him run a Southern Pacific that was Johnny Optimus, and so that was really kind of neat. Seeing their trains is almost like an extension of them. It's almost like meeting them. One of these days I'll get to meet Johnny, but yeah, just really cool seeing that stuff there, seeing it run, and finished it out on a high note. So yeah, then Sunday morning was just super early, got up and said goodbye to Larkin, jumped on a plane, and got home with a few things. I was also put back by how generous all of my friends are too. I got some cool things from them, of which again I will show you in future videos. You know, if I did a York Hall video, about maybe half of what I got from the show was some kind of a gift or thank you or something from folks that I met there. Really, really touched to have that many folks that, you know, that went out of their way to get something for me. It's not about the stuff. Again, I really treasured the opportunity to be able to meet everybody there. And my voice is shot for a reason. It was wonderful talking with everybody there at the show. I will never forget my first York. This was fantastic. And I can see why people like the show, but I don't know if they like the show like I do. Like, it's great if you're there for the trains, and you should be. There's a ton of stuff there. But having all of those people, at least that I have come to know over the last year, all of those people, most of those people, in one place, the opportunity to interact with them, to meet them, to thank them, was just fantastic. And it's onwards and upwards from here. Can't wait for that box to safely arrive here. There's something else coming after as well. So stay tuned for all of that. I've got more stuff with my son that we did last month that I just haven't had a chance to share with you guys. My son and I went up to Sioux City and saw an awesome museum. We went and saw the zoo train, because those are finally running again here in Omaha. York was a blast, but it's still good to come home, not just to recharge and settle back in, but I missed my family, and especially my son really wanted to go to something like this. I think this is a bit overkill, at least what I did. Spending all that time at the show, there's just no way to keep a kid's attention that long, regardless of how much he loves trains. But maybe next time we go, turn this into a bit of a family vacation. Strasbourg is nearby, the TCA museum. There was a Dutch Wonderland that looked pretty fun for him, but yeah, I'd love to bring him next time, but I'm just glad to be home to settle back in and, you know, fill everybody in on all the cool stories of stuff that I did at York. So yeah, lots more to share with you guys. So thank you all for the support. Leave a comment down below, especially if you saw me there at the show. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for making this such a memorable experience. Thank you for making my voice shot for the best reasons possible. We'll see you guys next time.